Anderson Field here on the campus of Vestavia Hills High School. Alongside Carter McGinnis and Andrew Bradshaw, I'm Mims Jones. Tonight, the Spain Park Jaguars travel in to take on the Vestavia Hills Rebels. Both teams coming into this game 1-6 being their records. Spain Park coming off of a 52-10 loss to Hoover. Vestavia, it was a 49-35 loss to Hewitt-Trussville last week. So we're getting ready for the opening kickoff. It'll be Audie Stein kicking it for Vestavia.
Yeah, and of course, Mims, both teams looking to get a victory tonight with those records, so we'll see how it goes here.
A low kick fielded by the Jaguars at the 10, and he's going to take it out across the 15. He runs far side of the field across the 20 to the 25, finally taken down at the 33-yard line. Pretty good field position starting out for Spain Park. It is senior night tonight at Vestavia. We saw the senior football players and cheerleaders being honored before the game. Pretty cool to see. You know, Vestavia unfortunately knocked out of playoff contention last week. So these seniors know they got 3 more games left in their high school careers.
Yeah, and so, you know, the Rebels got to make up their minds, are they going to finish strong? We got 3 games we're capable of winning if we play well. So let's see if we can put our nose to the grindstone and play well tonight and win a football game.
Spain Park will start off with a handoff, and he'll get forward to the 40-yard line before being stopped by a host of Rebels. That carry was number 28, Zamir Ferris for Spain Park. We'll see him get set here. Quarterback Mitchell Nutter in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off again to Ferris. Ferris gets the first down across the 50 before being taken down by number 4, John Ross Ashley.
So a couple of plays right off the bat. Sometimes we've got a penalty.
Flag down, and we're waiting to see what the official call is. It is against Spain Park, and they'll get called for the holding penalty. So that'll back them up another 5 yards. We'll redo second down here.
That's why he was around to get on that edge. Sometimes on those stretch plays like that, that tackle will hold on to that defensive end trying to get out, and it's one of the easiest places for a tackle to get caught there.
Nutter again going to hand off to Ferris. He'll get across the 40 up towards the line to gain. They'll mark him just short at the 42-yard line. They'll bring up 3rd and 1 for the Jaguars.
Seem to be liking Ferris at the current moment.
Yeah, ran the same play they got the holding call on. And this time didn't get a penalty, and we didn't defend it much better. Big play early in the game. Big play early in the game.
This will be a 3rd and short. Big play here. Quarterback in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Ferris for the 4th straight time. Ferris gets across the 45. That's enough for a first down. And Spain Park going to get a new set of downs.
Do seem to be liking Mr. Ferris.
Yeah, that was 4 straight handoffs to Zamir Ferris, the junior running back for Spain Park. You know, we've seen Spain Park run the ball a lot so far this season. We've seen them even implement a little bit of a triple option attack. And, you know, right now not seeing the triple option, but they are running it quite frequently.
So you're seeing here they're heavily weighted to the left side, and that's where they're running. That's where they got their blockers. So looks like we adjusted that time.
Yeah, this time Zamir White going to be taken down at the line of scrimmage, no gain. It'll bring up 2nd and long. Like you were saying earlier, I mean, you got 3 wide receivers out wide, a tight end to that side of the field as well. They're just asking for you to cover over there.
That's right. They're trying to, you know, the running game is all about numbers, and if I can get as many blockers as you've got defenders over there, then I feel like I can win.
See Nutter drop back to pass this time. He looks left side of the field. The receiver, they're going to say incomplete. Never really got possession before he got hit. That ball comes loose, and it'll bring up 3rd and 11.
Great job by Grant Downey getting there right when it gets there. Even if he catches it, it's a gain of 2 or 3, and certainly with the bobble, then hitting him right there. Sometimes that's all you can do is just make the play right there and give them that. So 3rd and 11. Let's see if we dial up pressure, if we sit back and kind of play that NFL sticks and just say we want to stop you before the first down.
Spain Park's got 3 receivers. Nutter drops back to pass. He looks right side of the field, and he's going to overthrow his receiver. He was looking for John Michael Lee. Incomplete. It'll be 4th and 11. and they'll send out the punt team.
Yeah, Mims, we brought 6 guys there, and they only had 5 blocking, and one of them got through. So we were determined on 3rd and 11 to not let them have a lot of time to get that pass off. Even if he throws it quick and completes it, he probably doesn't get the first. So I like that strategy in a high school football game. Make the guy get rid of it. Don't let him sit back there and throw it over for the first down.
Yeah, you said it, and especially Mitchell Nutter being a sophomore quarterback, a little bit younger of a guy, not as much experience. Pressure him early.
Yeah.
That'll be fair caught. It was Grant Downey back there. We're used to seeing Cole Turner, the talented senior receiver, back to receive punts and kicks, but this time is backup Grant Downey out there, and he'll fair catch it about the 20-yard line.
We might have been in a little bit of safe punt there, ball around the 50-yard line. We might have had safe punt on, which means we just kept our defense out there looking for a fake, wondering if they might go for it. Of course, if you follow high school football in the area, you know the story of Spain Park's quarterback. The reason they're starting a sophomore, their quarterback last year was transferred to Hoover. Starting for them, leading them to an undefeated season. So that left the Jags scrambling a little bit, starting a young guy, but he's getting experience, and that'll help him in the next couple of years for sure.
Talking about quarterback play, Mitchell Towns, he had a good game last week, 14 to 25, 236 yards, 3 touchdowns through the air, and 1 rushing as well. That pass will be called incomplete. Was a screen pass out to number 3, Jay Faulkner. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Vestavia.
I liked how Vestavia did on the defensive end on the last drive. I feel like Spain Park was a little bit predictable in their offensive front coming out, and we adjusted pretty well to get that stop before.
Yeah.
We'll see Towns now set up in the shotgun. He's by himself, 5 receivers wide. Expect a pass play here. Towns will drop back. He looks to throw. He's going to have to step up, though, and he gets pressured and brought down for a loss of 2. Brought down by a host of Jaguars, led by number 3, I believe, who I do not have on my roster. Brian Alston, defensive lineman junior for Spain Park. Third and 11 now for Vestavia. Towns going to be in the shotgun. He's got Smitha to his left. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen, tied into the top side. Towns takes the snap, and he's going to keep it himself, excuse me. Towns across the 25. He'll get wrapped up at about the 27.
It's a little short.
Just a little short, 4th and 3. Does Vestavia get aggressive here? No, they'll send on the punt team. Early in the game, I agree with the call here.
Yeah, you know, sometimes people say, why are you running the ball? Why don't you throw it there? You're 3rd and 10, but you're backed up. You're inside your own 20. You're playing a game that you know you can win if you play well. You don't want to get a sack back on your own 15-10. You don't want a sack fumble. You don't want an interception deep in your territory, and sometimes you just got to play the odds.
Well, you're talking about a talented back Tucker Smitha is. I mean, he got all but the number to need, just 1 yard short as Mitchell Towns boots that ball away. It'll bounce at the 30, take a rebel bounce, and go out of bounds at the 22-yard line. And that's where Spain Park will start over.
Yeah, a punt's not a bad play.
That was a great punt.
It was a great punt. Yeah.
It rolled just as, I would say, just as a lucky roll, but he could have actually planned that.
Yeah, we've seen Mitchell Towns been punting all year. He's a very talented punter, not always the most successful, but that one a great punt, showing off the leg strength and really flipping the field for Vestavia.
Yeah.
It's got
So that
strength
ball's,
everywhere.
I always just say that ball's shaped funny, and you just don't ever know how it's going to bounce when it falls, but we got it that time. So let's see if we can get a stop, and maybe we'll get the ball back with a little bit better field position.
Here we go, Spain Park, Nutter in the shotgun, and he's going to play action pass to Harris, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by number 1, Will Cox. He runs and gets tackled at the 20-yard line. Huge play by the junior defensive back, and Vestavia has got it in the red zone.
Yeah, I don't think the quarterback ever saw him. He was kind of trailing him. He might have been baiting him. I think Cox has been one of our best defensive players all season long. I think in the Homewood game he made every tackle. It just seemed like his name was always being called. And fantastic play, and that's why you punt. Sometimes you lean on your defense and say, go make a play. Now it's 1st and down, 1st and 10 Rebels at the 20.
That was an amazing play out there by Will Cox. It had a really far zone coverage in the inside that I don't even think the quarterback even saw him.
Yeah, he might not have seen him.
You talk about a guy, Will Cox, a junior this year, but he's already got a year starting on varsity last year, which really rare in 7A football, but very talented.
If you watch him, he's all over
is.
the place. Now, the question is sometimes after a turnover, you go right to it. You go right to try to score. So find number 22. Is Cole even out there right now? He may not be out there.
I don't believe he is. So I would look at 82, Max Stewart, at the bottom of your screen. See where they're heading. No, it's going to be a handoff. Blake Smith, Tucker Smith, excuse me. He gets forward to 9 yards to about the 12-yard line.
No, that was 48.
That's Pierce Hanna.
So that was Pierce, yeah.
That's my mistake. The senior running back that time gets the carry.
And I think what we're seeing from Coach Calhoun here early in this game on senior night, I think you're seeing some him getting some seniors some early playing time at wideout and running back, which is a great gesture.
Townsend on the shotgun. He's joined by Smith. 2 receivers to the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom. It's going to be a handoff now, reverse, back.
He's got the blocking.
He's got the block, and he's in. Yeah. Yes, he is. Touchdown, Rebels. It was number 11, the sophomore wide receiver, Cooper Mollison. Got it from the reverse for Tucker Schmitha. He took it around 11 yards into the end zone. Vestavia strikes first in this one.
Yeah. I really like that play call. And they decided to run it instead of just going for the guns big, and they turned out to pay off really well for him. I like the initial start.
He's a kid that's come on in the last few weeks, for a sophomore, plays on the JV, but has really on Friday nights the last couple of weeks had a couple of nice plays. Had a heck of a catch on Monday night at the JV game, about a 40-yard touchdown pass that was unbelievable. Really talented kid, good young player.
Extra point by Jack Brewer is up and good. Vestavia leads it 7-0, 6 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner Pediatric Dentistry.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to kick this ball away, Vestavia strikes first, 7-0, and the kick is away. Another shorter kick. It's going to bounce at about the 20-yard line. And
did he touch it?
I think he did. I don't see a flag come out. Goes out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
They're going to call it for Spain Park.
Is where Spain Park will take over.
That is really a mental error there, but sometimes when that defense, when that kicking team is barreling down on you, it's hard to just have some patience and see if it'll go out of bounds. If it goes out of bounds, Spain Park gets the ball on the 35, but he touches it, which cost them 17 yards, and now they got it on their own 18-yard line. A big break for the Rebels there.
That was an impressive play. Or, well, I guess it was really just a misplay on Spain Park's half, but Rebels will take it.
See Mitchell Nutter lead his team back onto the field. We'll see how he responds after throwing the interception on the last time. He's under center, got Ferris behind him, and he will hand it off to Ferris left side. He'll get forward for about 3 yards before being met by a host of Rebels and taken down.
Spain Park seems to be favoring the run, or at least the only pass attempt that they had tried was an interception, so they're going to try to force it down a little bit, but I think Vestavia is catching on to that. They seem to be getting better and better at the run defense.
Another handoff to Ferris, this time left side. He gets forward to across the 30. That's good enough for a first down, Spain Park.
He's quick. He's quick,
Ferris.
but we got a flag on the play.
I thought that might have been horse collar tackle.
No, it looks like it's back in the backfield.
It looks back where they normally call a holding call.
Yes, it does.
We'll see where the man in the white hat says, and he will indeed say holding. That'll back him up again. Second time we've seen a holding call on Spain Park tonight. So got some younger offensive linemen for Spain Park, some inexperienced guys. Could be a result from that. We'll have to see later on in the game. Brings up 2nd and 15 now.
And you know, the nerves are already tricking for Spain Park, already being down there, starting to like get in a hurry up. I think that's going to be an advantage for the Rebels.
Hands it off again, left side Ferris. He's got in the backfield, though. He's met by a host of Rebels.
Yeah, and this is a position that Spain Park doesn't want to be in with a young quarterback. 3rd and 18, 3rd and 17. This is not who they are. I would guess you're going to see a draw. You're going to see Spain Park play this safe. They're coming off an interception. They probably don't want to put the ball in harm's way here.
I wouldn't risk airing it all the way out there.
Another play action pass. It's a screen pass caught right side across the 10. He gets taken down, though, by Jackson Ayers and Jack Davis. That'll bring up 4th and, 15, 16 yards?
A lot.
4th, and I think he lost a yard. It was a safe pass, as I mentioned, that not a downfield throw. Screen is about as safe as you can get, and sometimes you can pop a screen for 15, 20 yards. Good, safe call by their coach, but we had it snuffed out pretty good.
You know, screen plays can produce really big runs, especially if you give it to a guy who's got really fast leg speed, quick acceleration. You can just go.
Absolutely.
Spain Park backed up here. The punter's going to be standing in his own end zone. And again, Grant Downey deep to return for Vestavia. The punt is away right at the goal line, and Grant Downey's going to call for a fair catch. He'll catch it at the 49-yard line, and that's where Mitchell Towns and the Rebel offense will take over.
You won't see many punts better than that on Saturdays.
No.
Turned it over, perfect spiral, out of your own end zone. Not always easy to do.
Yeah, sometimes you see worse punts like that on Sundays.
Yeah.
We'll see what Vestavia does. Last drive out had the short field, scored in just 2 plays. So we'll see, can they carry that momentum into this drive? Not a long field here at the 49-yard line, their own 49, that is.
Yeah, still great field position here.
Mitchell Towns is going to be in the shotgun. He's got Smith to his left, 2 receivers to the top of your screen, a tight end there, kind of that fullback position.
Yeah. So this is something we haven't seen a whole lot of from Vestavia this year. It's almost playing with a 2-back.
Mitchell Towns going to run left side behind his blockers. He's out across the 40. Fumbled the football, but it goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. Good run there by Mitchell Towns. Came out at the end. Thankfully for the Rebels, it goes out of bounds. They'll regain possession.
But
that was a lucky bounce.
You know what he's doing? It was a little lucky, but there's also some strategy there. And you don't see this even on Sundays now. You see so many times running backs carrying the ball in the wrong hand. But for ages, ball carriers have always been taught to carry the ball on the sideline side. And if you fumble it, much better chance it goes out of bounds. Mitchell was carrying the ball in his correct hand, the left hand going in the left sideline. Fumble goes out of bounds.
Of course, Mitchell Towns, the lefty, naturally hands it there. He hands it off to Tucker Smith at this time. Tucker Smith forward to the 20-yard line. Huge gain for Vestavia. Gain of about 15 yards, good enough for a first down, and it's 1st and 10 at the 20.
I'm giving the O-line credit for that play because they opened a massive hole right for him.
It was a big one. You could have drove a Mack truck through it, and we're kind of gashing them now. 2 10-plus yard plays running the ball, and they figure it out the 3rd time.
Yeah, they did. That one was nope.
That'll be back. He may gain a yard there. Maybe, I guess they'll mark him forward. And he lost his helmet there. So Pierce Hanna's going to have to come in to replace Tucker Smith. And Towns now going to set up in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom. He's got Pierce Hanna to his left. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Pierce Hanna. Pierce Hanna right side, forward for about 5 yards to the 14-yard line before being taken down. Bring up 3rd and about 3 or 4.
And I'll tell you, just as an offensive play caller, if you're getting 5 yards every time you stick the ball in somebody's belly, it's awful hard to call anything else. You know,
the running game has been outstanding so far. They're doing exactly what they've planned for.
Yeah, 66 rushing yards already for Vestavia with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the 3rd. I mean, if you keep that pace up, you're talking about rushing for 250 yards for the night. So if we keep that up, we'll be all right.
Interesting. Vestavia's 66 rushing yards are the only total yards of offense. They have yet to actually complete a pass, but it seems to be working.
Yeah.
Towns again going to hand it off. Pierce Hanna up the middle. Pierce Hanna fights forward. It's about the 12-yard line.
He's going to be a hair short, I think, about a yard short.
I think it'll be about a yard, and 4th and short in the red zone. Do you go for it here? I think so. Tucker Smith will run it onto the field, and the offense is going to stay out there.
That's right.
I would have called that.
Looks to be a hair longer than a yard, about a yard and a foot. He's got about 4 feet to get the first down.
Well, judging by how Vestavia has been running so far, I would definitely give him a yard and a half.
Yeah. Be on the lookout for Mitchell keeping this. They're going to think they're going to hand it right here to the running back. Be on the lookout for him to keep this.
He does hand it to Tucker Smith. Tucker Smith plows forward, and he gets it, and he gets 2 more after it.
Good
First and goal from the 8.
Good hard run.
Yeah, it's exactly what they needed to. Just that they get that grit and that effort in, and that's how you pick up those gritty first downs.
Tucker Smith, a very talented back. We saw him have a great game last week, over 100 yards of rushing. Of course, Vestavia wasn't able to pull it out in the end, but a good game by the offense last week. We see Towns in the shotgun. He's going to roll to his left, looking to throw, and he looks to the end zone. Keon Richardson, no, doesn't catch it. Incomplete, it falls. He had him in the end zone. Keon not able to come down with it.
Yeah, just a little high, just a little hard. Sometimes and a little wide. Catchable, it would have been a heck of a catch. Sometimes when you're sprinting, that ball just sails on you a little bit.
I'm actually pretty impressed with that throw. He was on the run and threw it across his body. He still put it there in a position where he could have caught that.
Catchable ball.
See Vestavia.
It's sort of like when you're swinging a golf club and the ball's below your feet. It's going to go a little bit right. So when you're sprinting out, your momentum's taking it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Towns is going to send Mollison out in motion. He's got a fullback in backfield with him, and Towns going to take off running. He gets across the 5. He's got one man to beat. Jumps. Did he get in? Waiting for the signal. Yes, he did. Touchdown, Rebels.
I don't know if he got in, but he fumbled the ball, and it landed in the corner in the end zone, and one of our guys recovered it. So I don't know if Mitchell got in or if the touchdown was the recovery, but it's a touchdown, Rebels, either way.
Either way, both hands went up from the official. That's 6 points onto the board, and we'll await the extra point here from Jack Brewer.
Vestavia is coming out exactly like they wanted to. This is an almost near perfect start they could have asked for.
And snap, hold, kick is up, kick is good. Vestavia leads it 14-0. 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner Pediatric Dentistry.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get started, or about to get started here after that touchdown from Vestavia. Waiting, it seems Vestavia on the kickoff team, someone had an equipment issue. He had to run off the field. We're waiting for his replacement to run on before he can kick it away. And here he comes running on.
If you've never been on a high school or college football sideline, it is the most chaotic place on planet Earth. And there was chaos. I promise you, as someone was trying to find someone to get on there, it was chaos. But it looks like we got 11 out there now. We're going to kick it.
It'll be Audie Stein kicking it for Vestavia. And away this ball goes. A beautiful kick.
Great kick.
Be fielded at the 4-yard line. He takes it out across the 10 to the 15. Cuts back at about the 19. That's where he's taken down. He was taken down by number 6, Jack Davis, and that's where Spain Park will take over.
And you always feel like if you get them behind the 20, even if it's 1 yard, that's a win, right? Because touchback goes to the 20. So You won 1 yard just by that kick and that tackle right there.
Hey, and that's all. Sometimes that's the best you can ask for, and that's still a win in the books.
Yep.
All right, it's going to be Spain Parks dropping in, and first 10. We'll see where they get to here. They're going to hand it off to the right side, and that'll be a flag on that a tackle. What seemed for tackle for a loss.
Yeah, it was unfortunate because we had it snuffed out, but I think they false started. The first time they've gone under center all night, and now we're seeing a little bit more of that triple option look, a little bit more of like what Georgia Tech used to run, what Navy runs, under center, triple option. Hey, tonight
it looks like they picked up the flag. They decided that there wasn't anything.
No, I think they moved him back. So it's 1st and 15 here.
Oh, all right. They're going to run it with the quarterback.
Gosh, I thought they moved again. We got a flag over here on our sideline. I think it's going to be a sideline warning on Vestavia, so sideline warnings, the way they go is it's a flag, but it's not a flag. It's a warning, and that's usually when the referee can't get that white perimeter around the field that's about 2 yards, is 6 feet, is just for the referees. It's not really for the coaches, so it's a warning. The next time it would be a 15-yard penalty.
All right. And that's going to be Nutter's going to be throwing down the field, about 10-yard completion. I believe that was
Colt Pearson?
I think it was number 2, George Gilbert.
Okay.
I believe got that.
3rd and 2.
All right. And let's see what they go for here to convert. I would suggest that they're going to run it.
Bobble the snap a little bit, and we come off the edge.
That was perfect for the Rebels. That's exactly what they needed. That was
number 20.
Number 20.
Is that Dylan? Dylan Jacks?
Yeah, that was a really, really good stop there by the Rebels. That's exactly what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
I don't dislike the play call from Spain Park, but it just didn't work out for him that time.
Yeah, he bobbled the snap a little bit. It slowed him up some. And that was good news for the Rebels. So Rebels force 3rd punt of the night.
Right. And it is going to look like Spain Park will be punting here again. And their punter seems to be doing pretty well. We'll see how he gets off this time. It's going to be another beautiful punt, right? It'll be fielded at the 40 with a fair catch.
Turned it over. So we're coming to the end of the first, and Spain Park has 33 total yards. Vestavia has 80 yards, so we're doubling them up. Hey, if you're watching tonight, you see something that you may not notice. First time this season that the Rebels are wearing their blue jerseys and white pants at home. Previously, we've gone all blue at home. So maybe mixing it up and hoping that'll bring us a win tonight sometime.
Well, I mean, if the luck is in the cards with the uniform, then it seems to be working pretty well so far.
You know what they say, look good, feel good, play good, pay good. So maybe we'll get paid off with a win.
You just said. It was a mumble jumble of words. I don't even know. It'll be Towns in the shotgun. He'll be dropping back, looking to throw. He's going to be sacked. But the flag comes down.
Penalty in there. It's probably holding. I don't think it was a face mask. Usually when you get
this number 3.
Mitchell says face mask. He's saying face mask, and it looks like our guys are.
It looks like it's going to be. It looks like it is going to be moved up.
It's so hard as a. It's a face mask. So hard as a defensive lineman sometimes when you're just going in there and you're just trying to reach and grab something. Never you're intending to grab the face mask, but sometimes those quarterbacks duck when they're about to get sacked just to try to protect the ball, and you're trying to grab a shoulder pad and you end up grabbing a face mask. Terrible feeling as a defensive player.
Well, I mean, also as a quarterback, sometimes you duck not just to protect the ball, but to draw those kind of penalties sometimes. That is a strategy in football. They use penalties to their advantage, and that's just, part of the game.
Yeah. We were just on the cusp of the first down there. Barely got it because in high school football that is not an automatic first down, but we were just under 15 yards to get it.
He's going to throw a screen pass. It'll be deflected it'll be tipped by number 11 and go out on the sidelines.
That one had some mustard on it, as we like to say. Mitchell let loose on that one a little bit. That had some zip on it and a little high and just couldn't quite squeeze that one. So that's the end of the first, Andrew.
It's going to be looking real good for the Rebels so far. They lead Spain Park 14-0, and we'll continue later when we come back on.
Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner Pediatric Dentistry. Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner Pediatric Dentistry.
Back at it, first play of the second quarter.
And they're
we're gonna take a
timeout. That was quick.
You know, sometimes you say that coaches sometimes kind of have a rule. Listen, if you need a timeout in the first half, you take it. In the second half, you really try to avoid those because what an advantage it can be late in the game in a tight game that you've got all three timeouts.
No, the timeout game is at least within the 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. That could be, I mean, that makes the difference in the time of the game.
Absolutely. First half, spend them up, make sure you're in the right play. As coaches sometimes like to say, don't turn a bad play into a disaster. If you've got a bad play that looks like it could get disastrous, call the timeout.
Yeah, you can't be making those crucial mistakes early in the game because a lot of times those things they'll get in the heads of the players and it'll just kind of like lead to other things. And you just got to make sure that you keep your momentum swinging in the right direction.
Yep.
It's going to take really going over this play.
You know, right now, a huge difference in the game is just penalties. Spain Park has 4 for 34 yards. Vestavia has 0 penalties.
I was about to say, I don't think they've been called.
Yeah, it's just right, and that's been the difference in field position. It's knocked a couple of first downs off the board for Spain Park and given a couple of first downs to the Rebels. So as we like to say, we're playing very clean right now. Let's keep playing clean.
Good job by the Rebels in doing so.
Yeah.
We're going to be the Rebels will line up on their own 50-yard line with first down. It'll be Towns in the shotgun. He's going to take it. He's going to look far. He's going to throw it across midfield, and it's going to be caught towards the sideline.
Unbelievable catch. One-handed.
Wow. He's going to be down at the 15-yard line. That is
Max Stewart there on the catch for Vestavia, coming off a big game last week. He had a touchdown grab with multiple catches, and he shows why He's the number 2 receiver on this team.
And we don't have replay, but if we did, we'd show you that catch because that was insane.
It was a Sports Center top 10 worthy. Fantastic catch. Kind of had the guy trailing him, holding that defender off kind of a little bit with his left arm.
No, and that was great defense, too.
Yeah.
It was just exactly where it needed to be. That was a perfect play.
Good ball by Mitchell and a good catch by Max.
Towns going to run right side now, falling behind his running back, but he gets taken down in the backfield.
Looks like it's
and a late flag comes in. I'm thinking unnecessary roughness. They were still jarring after the whistle was over.
Spain Park saying that might be on us.
Well, I guess we'll let them decide, and we'll see what they say.
Coach Calhoun is having a conversation, as they like to say, with one of our guys. And so
it is going to be on Vestavia.
I imagine that conversation is including some key instruction about keeping your cool in those situations.
I'm sure that you could say that.
Yeah.
That gets a point across.
We can neither confirm nor deny if I had to have a coach give me one of those conversations back in the day.
Yeah, no.
Wasn't unsportsmanlike conduct against Vestavia. That'll back him up 15 yards now, and it's second and very long.
Yeah, bad thing about that is a dead ball penalty, so you don't even get the down over. And it's going to put us in a hole now. Our first penalty is a crucial one.
Towns down shotgun. He's got Hannah to his left, 3 receivers left side of the field. He looks, he's got Keon Richardson up to the 25-yard line. Gain of about 7. Good gain there, but still third and about 20 left.
Yeah. You know, you want to make it, you're hoping to get a little more there. You're hoping to complete that pass, maybe get a 5-8 yard run after catch, make this a little bit more manageable.
That is what they're going for. They're going for the run after the catch because they don't want to air it out because they don't want to get put back even further. And what they're trying to do is trying to get enough yards to get into field goal range with still having the possibility of running to that first
Probably
down.
need about 10 yards here to get within comfortable field goal range.
Towns going to hand it off. It's Pierce Hannah. He cuts back to the left. Pierce Hannah out to the 20, and he's met there by a host of Spain Park defenders. It's taken down about the 19, fourth down, about 14 yards remaining.
Yeah.
Interesting decision for Coach Calhoun here.
It's a 36-yard field goal. It is makeable. We can make a 36-yarder.
And he will send the field goal team out. You know, the field goal team, not the strongest part of Vestavia's team so far this year, but you know, we've seen improvement. We've seen Jack Brewer come on. We've seen him improve, him show off a little bit of leg strength than what we saw at the beginning of the season. So we'll see what he's got here. It'll be about a 36-yarder where they got it lined up. It's going to be on the left hash. Mitchell Towns to hold, Charlie Ingram to snap. And Coach Calhoun wants to talk about it. He's going to take a timeout.
We might have been coming up on a delay there, and you certainly don't want to get a delay and back them up. So that could have been it. Hey, scores from around the country. Clemson-Syracuse playing on a Friday night up in the Carrier Dome. 7-all, but Clemson's knocking on the door with under 20 seconds left in the half.
This is an unusual Clemson team that we've seen the past little bit, and of course struggling this year a little bit.
Yeah, of course Vestavia is on. Nolan Turner playing for that team tonight, so.
Impressive there.
We'll see. Still waiting. Teams come out of this timeout. We'll see what.
Yeah, you wonder if Coach Calhoun's, you wonder if he double thought that and thought, you know what?
You ever think they're going to take the offense back out there?
Are we? Sometimes you can be in no man's land. It looks like kicking team's going back out there.
Yeah, Jack Brewer, number 27, is going to trot back out on the field. They're going to attempt this again. You know, obviously, I think, like you were saying, maybe that clock was winding down. He wanted to make sure they weren't going to get backed up another 5 yards.
Big difference between a 36-yarder and a 41-yarder. So a 36, you start hitting that 40, and it just gets in the kicker's head.
Here it is now. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good.
That's a great kick. He would have made it from 41.
Really he had plenty of extra leg there.
He might have. Great kick. 17 all.
That was nearly perfect.
17-0 here.
And with 9:47 remaining in the first half, Vestavia leads it 17-0.
Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petrofacial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner Pediatric Dentistry.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for the kickoff here, if you're just joining us, Vestavia leads at 17-0 there. Jack Brewer just knocked on about a 36-yard field goal. And the kick is away, a low line drive kick. It bounces at the 5. Spain Park covers it, he falls, but not marked down, and he gets out across the 10, and he'll get hit at the 15-yard line. That's where Spain Park will take over.
It's another win for the Rebels. Like I said, when you're behind the 20, now he's got it at the 16.
And that was a bullet of a kick, and I've not seen too many like that, and it bounced exactly where he wanted it to. Honestly, I think he might have tried to do that.
He was close to having his knee down, but we don't have instant replay in high school, so.
Yeah, not a clean field there from Spain Park. They're going to be down further back in their territory at the 15 as a result. They're going to come in bunched in the line.
Yeah, this is very much that triple option look here.
Nutter's going to be under center. He brings a guy over, and it is the triple option. Nutter going to pitch it back to Ferris. Ferris gets across, and a flag comes in. I think it's going to be a face mask. Hand got up there. You saw the head turn of Ferris. That's normally a clear sign of a face mask. He got out for about 2-3 yards before the penalty flag was thrown. So
they had him wrapped up, too.
One in the defensive backfield, too, and I don't know if that might be a different penalty.
Do you think there's two penalties?
The two flags come on. They're going to get him for the face mask, so I'm guessing it was just the same. We don't see any more signaling from the officiating. So that'll be 15 yards and an automatic first down.
So when you're playing triple option, it is all about assignment football. Who's got the dive play? That's the fullback, the running back. Who's got the dive? Who's got the quarterback? Who's got the pitch man? And what you can't do is you go after the man that is not your assignment, because that's going to leave somebody wide open. It takes a lot of discipline to play against a triple option.
And Nutter going to keep it himself. He gets forward to the 30 for a first down. A little confused there. I thought it was a face mask, and face mask would be 15 and an automatic first down. They didn't mark it off that way. It was about first and about 3 or 4, but Nutter picks it up no matter what on that one, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line.
You know, he might have been right where he said he did call the face mask, and then it was also brought back from something by the defense, and he could have only been a couple of yards forward.
Here we go. Nutter going to be under center. He's got Ferris behind him, 3 receivers to his right, the top of your screen. And again, we're seeing this triple option look and not going to get any success from it. He stopped at the line of scrimmage. That ball carrier was number 35, Xavier Long.
All right, now here's what I want to see if we can see something here. I notice on this last alignment. All right, so you have to have 7 guys on the line of scrimmage, and Spain Park is playing with their quarterback and these 2 wing backs and a running back. This inside slot receiver is ineligible. He is ineligible, so there's actually no reason for us to be covering him because he can't go out for a pass.
That is true. You know, he's off the line like you said.
He's on the line, but he's covered up. And a lot of times option teams will do that, trying to fool the defense to try to pull a defender out there. But there's really no reason for us to put a defender on him because he's ineligible.
Right, all he's doing there is just kind of wasted space trying to block someone. Can't make an offensive play.
Yeah, he's off now. But that play before, because they're in shotgun now, so they're more of a traditional look here on 3rd and 8.
Of course, we see, like you said, 3rd and 8 looking for pass, and he will. Nutter looks across the field. He's got a receiver. He's across the 50, down the 40. Stiff arms a man, but will be dragged down at the 30. And there are 3 flags coming out. A very obvious horse collar call for the officiating crew.
Which is unfortunate, but when you're chasing somebody and trying to save a touchdown,
I mean,
you'll take that rather than let him go. Sometimes if that's all you can grab a hold of, you're not trying to, but you're just trying to stop a guy from scoring. So
right, that's a tough play there, especially, you know, he puts his hand out to stiff arm. You're just looking for something to grab, and unfortunately got up in that shoulder pad area.
Yeah.
I'll give the receiver credit for that one because He did throw an absolute rocket in there, and he caught it. He caught it even a little bit high and outside as well. He caught it and
went through a few blue jerseys, I felt like, to get there.
It probably did.
And I believe that was Landon Miller there on the reception for Spain Park. Nutter going to hand it off this time to Ferris. Ferris across the 10, inside the 5. And Zamir Ferris, a great run there. It'll be set up inside the 2, and this is Spain Park's best field position we've seen all game, you know, knocking on the door of the Rebels.
And that's really been their best play there, that kind of read zone play across the quarterback's face with Ferris there.
All right, we'll see if Spain Park can finally pull off a potential score here.
And now we're going to see him in that under center look, Nutter is, and he is going to hand it off to the backfield, and number 7 gets in the end zone. It was Evan Smallwood, and he's in. That's touchdown Spain Park. They answer for the first time tonight.
You know, and that was a really, really good offensive drive by Spain Park. They were doing exactly what they needed to do. They got it in the air when they needed to, and then they kept it safe as well, and they just punched it through.
Yeah, got us a little bit of numbers there, just outblocked us, and had a hole. I think we might could have run through that one. That was a pretty good blocking job.
Extra point here. Snap, hold off the upright, no good. And, man, that field goal is shaking after hitting that.
He hit it good, but he hit it square on that upright.
Bounced directly back, no good. And Vestavia still leads it now 17-6, 7 minutes remaining in the first half.
Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner Pediatric Dentistry.
Ladies and gentlemen, after that touchdown from Spain Park, if you're just joining us, it's 17-6, 7 minutes remaining. And we're awaiting the kickoff from Spain Park.
Well, it is 17-6, but it's been offense, it's been defense, it's been special teams. There's nothing that has defined this game as of now except for a lot of yards.
And the kick is away, a great kick fielded by Keon Richardson at the goal line. They're going to let him return it. He gets out to the 15 and dives forward at the 20-yard line.
Just short. He'll be on the 20, so it'll be the same as if it would have been pulled in.
And, you know, something to note there, Cole Turner was deep. We haven't seen him tonight, I don't believe.
No,
so that was
has been absent for most of the game.
The first time. And, you know, interesting, Cole Turner, guy, he's had a great season so far. We know he's very talented. This past week, got his first offer from Huntington. And to my knowledge, there is a Georgia State coach here to watch Cole tonight. So a little interesting that we're not seeing him tonight.
He's out there now, so this is the first appearance on offense. At the top of your screen, far left at wide out.
They could be waiting, trying to save his energy for the later parts of the game.
Towns now going to be in shotgun. He's got Smith to his right. He's going to bring Cole Turner in motion, and it'll be a handoff to Cole Turner, who breaks the tackle. Now Cole looking to throw. He's looking downfield to Max Stewart. Max Stewart's got it. He's got it at the 43-yard line.
Oh, it's out. Wait.
Oh, it's out. Did he catch it first? And they're going to say he did catch it.
Wow, that was an amazing play. Was that supposed to happen?
Now they're coming together. Spain Park's got 2 players in there, and they're going to say it stands as a catch by Max Stewart. It'll be Mark.
I thought he called it.
And there comes a flag in.
But
it's got to be against Spain Park in that huddle for the referees.
It had to have been.
Yeah.
I don't know where else it would have come from.
We need a little bit better composure from the referee there. He doesn't need to throw the penalty flag 20 yards across the field.
He threw the penalty further than Cole Turner threw the football.
It is an unsportsmanlike conduct. There's 15 more yards tacked on for Vestavia. It was at the 41-yard line. Now it's going to be moved up to the 24.
And did you see Cole Turner was almost tackled there in the backfield before he got out to throw that ball?
Unbelievable job breaking that tackle to get, and then kind of getting your composure to get the ball.
He kept it he kept his cool very well, and it paid off for him.
Yeah.
Towns now 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. He's in shotgun. Smith to his right, 3 receivers out wide. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it to Tucker Smith up the middle. He gets across the 25 and
just
about to the 23.
Yards.
Just a pickup of about 3 there for Vestavia. Bring up 2nd down.
And I'm sure the Rebels right now are building off of a lot of momentum from that previous play and penalty. They have to, keep this going if they're going to try and make a score here. You have to keep your momentum going.
And, hey, listen, let's be aggressive.
Towns quick screen pass there left side. It's Cole Turner. He pushes forward to about the line to gain. There is a flag in right where he caught it. Have to see what that is.
See what happened on the offensive line.
If it stands, I believe it's enough for a first down.
It's right in the way of oftentimes where a receiver gets called for holding on those little quick screens. When you are blocking on the perimeter, it is so easy to get your arms extended and get a hold of jersey.
It's just too easy to make penalties in football.
He's calling
ineligible receiver, I believe?
Ineligible man downfield, or illegal touching. So we were just in a bad formation then.
Was it?
They're still conversing to try to figure out where this ball is going to end up.
Yeah.
And they'll mark it back to the 27, 28-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down.
It's going to be 3rd. That's a loss of down penalty. So, we were in some kind of not right formation. It wasn't an illegal formation, but whoever caught that ball was not eligible. So it ended up being an illegal touching. It's just like an offensive lineman touching the ball. It's a loss of down play.
And Spain Park here wants to talk about it before this 3rd down.
And what they're doing is they're probably trying to put in some more time to try and throw it into the Rebels' head. They're probably, and also just talk about their defensive position. But
they're
the more time that they have here between, their really big play and them getting into the end zone is going to mess with their heads a little bit. And it's going to be a factor.
So for some people wondering at home, if you have to have 7 men on the line of scrimmage. But you can have 8, 9, 10. Because 10's the most you can have. Quarterback's got to take the snap. But they're only the end of the man on the end of the line is eligible to catch a pass, and all those that are off the line. So somehow we must have had Cole covered up, meaning he was on the line, and there was a guy outside him also on the line, which makes him ineligible. It doesn't make an illegal formation. When you see the illegal formation call, that's typically a team doesn't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage. We had too many, and the guy that called it was not an eligible receiver. So now we got 3rd and 11 and a half, 11 or maybe 12, and see what we can do.
Yeah, Towns will be in shotgun here. He's going to have 4 receivers ride, 3 to the bottom of your screen. Cole Turner, the top one at the top, and Tucker Smith to the left of Towns.
Looks like they're going to throw, I would expect a slant.
And Towns going to drop back. He's going to have to step up. Pocket collapses. He's rolling to his left. He's going to have to take off running.
Wow.
He gets forward to about the 20-yard line before stepping out. It'll make it 4th and short, but fourth down nonetheless.
4th and about 4.
That was definitely not the intended play. It was for him to run, but I think that was a really good quick wit from him when his pocket collapsed, that he knew exactly what he needed to do, and he picked up good yardage there.
And since they missed the extra point, a field goal puts you up 2 touchdowns. So it's early to start thinking about points, but it puts you up 2 full touchdowns.
Jack Brewer on to attempt the field goal. It'll be about a 35-yarder. The kick is up. And did it go through? I thought it was wide left. It was
wide left.
Yes.
Yep.
No good. The field goal is 17-6. Our score here. 5 minutes and 34 seconds remaining.
Well, that was a big stop for the Jaguars, and now our defense needs to come up. And
that was a really good defensive segment from the Spain Park there, coming off of the really big play that Vestavia had. When you the way to stop that defense or the way to stop the offense when you come in after that is a really difficult thing to do, and I'll give credit to Spain Park on that one.
We'll see what Spain Park's offense has in store. They scored for the first time on the last drive out. Saw it was a decently long drive that they just kind of ran the ball all the way down to the goal line, finally punched it in. We saw the triple option come out into play. We'll see if we see that again on this drive. I believe we will. Quarterback going to line up.
In. This is like what you call playing football in a phone booth right here. I mean, they got all 11 guys right there in the box.
And Nutter's going to take it himself. He gets across the 25 before being taken down at the 26-yard line. I believe it was Houston Owen who tackled him there for Vestavia.
So sometimes the problem with this defensively is that we play so few teams that do anything like that. Mostly the teams we're playing are wide open spread teams, shotgun. And when you see a team get under center and get all 11 guys in there tight, it can be a little disconcerting as far as even how to line up against them.
Well, it is something new, but they seem to be handling it decently well.
And a flag comes in right when Nutter took the snap. I believe going to be a false start.
Yeah.
And that is what the man in the white hat will signal. Back him up there, and we'll replay second down.
Yeah. So much of that offense is predicated on quick movements, quick by the offensive lineman, really people going in, different directions at the snap, and sometimes it can be susceptible to false starts. Somebody just leaving a little early trying to get that extra step.
And I will give credit on the defense on the Rebels because they are facing an offense that they're not used to seeing. But I think the defensive penalties, I don't even think there's one or little that I think they've been doing really well with that.
And Trey Saunders into the backfield. A miscommunication by Spain Park. He'll wrap up quarterback Mitchell Nutter in the backfield. It'll be a loss of about 2.
Fantastic
3rd
play.
and 12 upcoming.
Yeah. If you can get penetration on that offense, meaning you're getting past the line of scrimmage, it can be killer because they are trying to get you to make a decision at the line of scrimmage, and so it just blows it all up. So big 3rd and long here for the Rebels to get off the field.
We'll see Nutter drop back into the shotgun, and they moved early. I don't see a flag, though. He's getting chased. No time to throw, and he'll finally throw it away out of bounds, incomplete.
Great defensive stop
down.
for the
There
Rebels.
is the flag I was asking for earlier.
I also thought not only they left early, I thought their offensive linemen basically all went down to cut our defensive linemen, which is not permissible in high school football. You can cut at the college level, you can cut at the NFL, but you can't cut in high school.
We'll see all 5 of the officials come together to talk about it. And I believe he just signaled cutting to Coach Calhoun. Or was that intentional grounding?
I think he called intentional grounding, which you'll take because it's loss of down. So
it will be intentional grounding, what the man in the white hat says, which will back him up even further.
Yeah. High school football a little different than what you watch on Saturdays. You can't, even if you're outside the pocket, you can't just throw it away. You have to throw it in the vicinity of somebody.
So that'll back him up. It'll be 4th and very long now. 4th and about 20.
And now that number 22 is waiting back there for his first punt return of the night, standing on the Jaguar 45, and he's anxious to get his hands on this one.
He's always a threat to take one, especially this time. Only going to have about 50 yards to run. Spain Park's punter going to be out of his end zone again, so we'll see what he can do. And there's the punt. It's a good punt away again. Cole Turner going to field it at about the 52, and he had nowhere to go. Excuse me, it was the 48, not the 52. And he will be taken down there at the 48, and that's where Mitchell Towns and the Rebel offense will take over.
It's not the 52. They just don't call it that.
52 yards, 48-yard line.
He had a lot of white jerseys in front of him when he caught that one. So,
and it was a further punt than I think he was expecting, as I think he lined up around the 40.
Yeah, his first time catching that kid. That kid's turned over about 3 of them tonight.
Yeah, talented punter out of Spain Park. we've seen him flip the field so far tonight. We see the Rebel offense making their way onto the field. A missed field goal, the result of the last drive. Obviously looking for something better this time. Mitchell Towns going to be in the shotgun. He's got Smith to his right, 3 receivers, 2 to the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom. Towns, play action. No, he's going to run it himself. He gets across the
open.
50. He gets tripped up at about the 49-yard line. Gain of about 3 or 4 there on the quarterback keeper.
You know, there's a lot of coaches that tell you, hey, 4 yards, 4 times 3 is 12. And all you need is 10 is the first 4 first down. So if you can get 4 yards of running play, you'll take it.
I mean, that's good, yeah. The running game has been really solid, whether it's the quarterback or it's Tucker Smith. They're really pulling it down.
See, Cole Turner was lined up in the tailback. He'll get motioned out far side. And a whistle.
Is that timeout?
Timeout, Spain Park, I believe.
Yep.
They'll take a timeout with 3 minutes and 9 seconds, and we will take a timeout with them.
Vestavia Football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner Pediatric Dentistry.
We welcome you back out of that timeout. Vestavia has got the ball at the 48-yard line. 3 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in this first half. Second and about 6 upcoming.
Yeah. And, you know, I think Coach Calhoun would take a 3-minute drive here for a touchdown and try to use all of this clock.
Towns going to hand it off to Smith up the middle left side. He gets across the 40, breaks a
he's
tackle
gonna need
across the
less than 3
35 to the
minutes.
30, down to the 26-yard line. Tucker Smith goes. A great run there. It's good enough for a first down and much more.
He almost got it all in one play, didn't he?
Yeah, I was thinking he was going to for a second there. I was going to be like,
Yeah.
well.
We'll take a quick strike.
First and 10 now from the 26. Townsend shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen. He's going to hand it off to Tucker Smith, though. Tucker Smith goes left side again. He barrels forward for about 5 yards to the 21-yard line.
Exactly what he's looking for.
Yeah, it's not. You just take that, grind some clock. We get the ball coming out in the second half, and coaches call this a twofer. Coaches love. That's why they love to defer, love to get the ball second half, because you can kind of get a 2-for-1, and that's scoring on your last drive late in the first half, and then getting the ball in the first half. And maybe scoring again, putting 2 touchdowns on the board before they can do anything.
And a lot of times that's how you build your momentum in a football game.
That's
is you
right.
come out, you go strong in the second half, or you get strong in the end of the first half, and you also get to go through in the second half.
John Paul Head comes in for quarterback. He's going to take it and run it. He runs forward for about 7-8 yards to the 9-yard line, but we got a hurt Spain Park player down.
If JP comes in, you can count on we're going to run that little Tebow play there. And
Well, he was one ankle grab away from getting in the end zone.
yeah, he had some space there.
I think John Paul's got about 2 pass attempts when he's in, not as the normal guy, not as the normal signal caller late in the game. So you got to expect run when you see him run into the game.
But if you commit to that too much, you know, you can end up in a leaving somebody wide open. Hey, score update from Carrier Dome. Clemson 14-7 at halftime coming into the second half, if you're wondering about college football tonight on a Friday night.
Clemson trying to pull out a win up there in New York. You know, Syracuse, not a bad team this year.
Always an odd place to play, indoor stadium. You know, they play their basketball games there as well, so it's big for a basketball arena, small for a football field. But
there's plenty of orange in that stadium.
There's
that's for
lots
sure.
of
Clemson
orange.
and Syracuse. There's
lots of orange, yeah. Well, we're first and goal, kind of having in a little bit of that spot that you're not always crazy about having it on the 9-yard line, so you almost have that full 10 yards to go. But so we got 4 downs to knock it in here.
Mitchell Towns back into the game for Vestavia. He's in the shotgun. Tucker Smith to his right. You got Max Stewart and Cole Turner, the 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Tight end bunched in there tight. And it's going to be a handoff to Tucker Smith, the left side. He fights forward for about 2 to the 7-yard line.
I was good on him for getting forward yardage because they broke straight through the line.
Yeah. And so for people, used to seeing, that Buddy Anderson offense, I formation, we're running a little bit of this, and this is a little bit new, a little bit of a new wrinkle this week, almost like a shotgun I formation offset. He's got a tight end there playing almost like a fullback position.
Towns getting in shotgun. He's going to roll to the left, and he's going to take off running. Towns dives to the end zone.
He's got it.
Did he get in? Yes, he did.
No,
Touchdown, Vestavia.
I don't think they're giving it to him.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, they are going to mark him short. I thought he got in.
Thought he had the ball in that left hand and kind of fell on his right shoulder.
I would definitely thought he got across.
Yeah. And Vestavia going to get to the line quickly here. Expect Mitchell Towns to just run it up for that extra little foot there, and that's what he will do. This time he for sure gets in, and there's the touchdown for Vestavia. They strike with 46 seconds remaining, and we're awaiting the extra point, but right now it's 23-6, Vestavia on top.
And that doesn't, we talked about running the clock, that extra play, and, we got to spend about 15, 20 more seconds of the clock there, so not bad.
I will say, so actually the Mitchell being short on the last play was a advantage for the Rebels.
It's advantage if you get it on the next one.
That's true. They made it look like it was effortless.
Yeah, they did.
And there's the snap, hold, kick is up.
Perfect.
Kick is good. Vestavia now up 24-6, 46 seconds remaining in this first half.
Yeah.
Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We got 46 seconds remaining in this first half. Vestavia just went up 24-6, thanks in large part to Mitchell Towns showing off the legs. He got in there the final little last yard with the push in.
Yeah, Mims and Andrew, the story of the first half is just the push that the offensive line's getting. 149 rushing yards for Vestavia, 52 for Spain Park. We're tripling them up on rushing yards, and that was evident on that.
Beautiful play.
Audie Stein, a good kick there. Down to the goal line, but Spain Park's going to return it. He gets out across the 20, out the 22. That's where he'll be taken down. 37 seconds is what Spain Park's got to work with.
Yeah, no. I mean, do you even really go for it, or do you just run it out?
Most of the time you would say, let's play it safe. Let's don't have, we're down 18. Let's just play it safe here. But
you always got to run the risk of throwing a pick six.
But you're also 1-6, and you're not going to the playoffs. And so sometimes you just got to throw caution to the wind. It looks like they're going to get in shotgun. They're in a little bit of a wildcat here.
Wildcat, yeah. It's Ferris with the ball, and he's going to run. He fights forward for maybe a yard before being knocked down, and don't have to run another play if they don't want to.
Yeah. This Ferris kid has run really hard. He's kind of been a shining light in what's been a really rough half for the Jags, and has gotten some positive yards.
I believe that'll put him at about 33 yards rushing for the evening. And we're waiting the last 5 seconds, ticking down. Both teams going to start heading to the locker room. And there it is, triple zeros on the scoreboard. Vestavia up 24-6 at the end of the first half.
Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner Pediatric Dentistry. Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa. Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner Pediatric Dentistry.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to start the second half here. If you're just now joining us, Vestavia's up 24-6 over Spain Park. And a good first half all around for Vestavia. We saw them do well on offense, defense, and special teams. Weren't playing too bad over there. Some stats to recap the first half. Mitchell Townsley's 2 of 5 for 42 yards. And rushing, Mitchell Towns 8 rushes, 52 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Tucker Smith has got 7 rushes and 52 yards for Vestavia. For Spain Park, their quarterback, he is 3 of 5 for 47 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. That was on his first passing attempt early in the first quarter. Zamir Ferris, he's got 8 rushes, 34 yards. And they got a couple other guys rushing well, 6 rushes, 12 yards, 2 rushes, 5 yards. And, Spain Park just the lone touchdown. They missed the extra point there. That's about all we saw out of them on offense.
And, of course, Cole Turner with the 1-for-1 for 39-yard pass on the kind of, not a reverse, kind of like more of a handoff and then pass. Great pass he made to Max there. 230 yards of total offense in the first half. And, guys, if we can keep that up second half, that'll just about be a record-setting night. So let's see if we can keep it going. You guys get you a hot dog at halftime?
I did. Had to eat up after that first half. As that kick goes away, Keon Richardson fields it at the 5. He gets out across the 20, tripped up there. A flag comes in.
I saw that. I think not even related to the play. I think I saw somebody get pancaked.
And we'll see. We
Looks
saw
like a block in the back.
Usually
on a return, it's not good news for the returning team.
That's typically how it goes. Cole Turner, he was back there. They're going to get him for a holding call there. Cole Turner, we saw him back returning, and we didn't see him in the first quarter. Talking to some guys, he was battling a little bit, cramping, tight muscle kind of thing first quarter, but he's back out there now. And like you said, he had that passing attempt. We're not used to seeing Cole Turner throw the football. We also saw him catch a pass there in the second quarter. So look for him to get things going now coming out of the locker room.
Yeah, not going to be ideal starting field position at our own 12-yard line, but that's just more total offensive yards to build up.
Just
I think you look at it that way, yeah.
Mitchell Towns trotting onto the field with the offense. You're going to have Cole Turner and Keon Richardson to the top of your screen, Max Stewart to the bottom, Towns in shotgun. He's got Tucker Smitha to his right. He takes a snap, drops back. He's looking to throw, steps up into a throw, and he's looking for Cole Turner. He got it done.
He's done.
Cole Turner is going to go untouched. 88 yards.
Oh, jeez.
1-for-1 in the second half. Mitchell Towns is, and that is touchdown Vestavia. They're lighting him up early in the second half.
And I think those cramps must be doing okay now.
No kidding.
Must have been stretching out in the locker room, got real loose, and he broke free on that one.
Yeah,
great route, great throw, great run after the catch, great all around from Vestavia. One play's all they need to score here.
Yeah.
Jeez. No, you were certainly right with the additional yardage from the start.
Yeah, see, I mean, now that was an 88-yard touchdown instead of a, 75-yard touchdown. So
and we'll see
exactly what you're.
Whoa, that
Andrew Spray attempt the extra point. No good. Got to see the senior kicker get in on senior night. Good to see there.
Yeah.
And Vestavia leads it 30-6, 11:41 remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, great throw by Mitchell.
Oh yeah, that was awesome because he was on the route too, and I mean that was textbook play.
He just threw
Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner
now
Pediatric Dentistry.
In first year, and sometimes it just takes a minute. The last 2 or 3 games, and certainly tonight, you're starting to see it click. You're starting to see guys get comfortable, and hopefully that bodes well for the years ahead.
Yeah, the future, a lot of younger guys playing getting some serious playing time. So the future looks bright for Vestavia as Audie Stein boots that one to the 10. That's where it'll be fielded by Spain Park. He gets out to the 20, and he breaks the tackle, spins out a 1, but then Trey Saunders wraps him up and takes him down.
Yeah.
It'll be Spain Park's going to start on the 21-yard line.
Maybe. There's a flag down, too. We can't do a kickoff without a flag right now.
We've seen a lot of those yellow flags come out on special teams so far. We'll have to wait the man in the white hat to see what it is.
I'm sure Coach Calhoun would disagree with me, but more flags, more yards.
And holding on the receiving team it is. That'll back Spain Park up a little bit more yards to go for that end zone ahead.
Yeah, you know, kickoff, anytime with special teams, kickoff, punt, you're getting out there in space. You're trying to block guys in space. It gets so easy to grab a hold of a jersey. It's so easy to block in the back. That's why you see way more penalties on the special teams
And
plays.
especially people who play either primarily offense or defense, and they just get thrown into the special teams plays, will sometimes overthink or underthink it. They'll just be like, oh, it's just a special teams play, and they won't consider the fact that there's a big penalty risk on those.
Backed up to the 10-yard line now. It's Ferris in the Wildcat. He's going to take the snap and run left side. Ferris makes a man miss across the 20 now. Stiff arms John Ross Ashley, who will tug him out at about the 27-yard line. A great run there by
really
Zamir
nice
Ferris.
I want to see that juke move at the 15 replayed because he was, gosh.
This kid's a junior. He's going to be tough to deal with next year. He's a really good back. He doesn't have a lot around him with right now. Hasn't been getting a lot of blocking, but you can see that he is really dangerous when he gets in the open field.
You know, a lot of young guys for this Spain Park team. We've seen sophomores, juniors making the majority of the play. So talk about bringing some guys back. Spain Park next year looking much better as Nutter's going to run it himself.
Ooh.
He gets forward to about the 29, a pickup of about 3.
He gets slammed on the 31.
Option, assignment football. What they're trying to do when they're running triple option, though, is they're doing just that. They want 3 yards at a time, 3 or 4 yards. You know you're not going to break it. That's why it's so hard to stop. It's like because sometimes you feel like you made a good play, but they got 3 yards, and they're just trying to just nickel and dime you a little bit on that offense.
Vestavia is doing a great job of that on their offense as well.
Now just going to drop back into the shotgun. He's going to look to throw. He looks right side of the field. Overthrows it, intercepted. And it was intercepted by number 7, Jackson Ayers at the 50-yard line. And that is where Vestavia is going to take over. Second interception tonight thrown by Spain Park's Mitchell Nutter. That time overthrew his receiver, Jackson Ayers, able to slide in and grab it.
And if you notice, that was the exact same play that Spain Park ended up getting like a 50-yard play off of on the first half.
Yeah, he just didn't hit that one. Just threw it over, threw him a little bit. Safety was sitting, waiting back there for it just like he's supposed to be, and got us the ball back on the plus 50.
We'll see what the offense has got in store. A little bit of a short rest there. Quick turnover by the defense. Mitchell Towns and the troops trot out onto the field. Be a 5 wide receiver look. Mitchell Towns going to be by himself in the shotgun.
It was a short rest, but it's not like anybody except for Cole really did. We wasted a whole ton of energy.
We're 5 wide, so we're throwing it.
And Towns looks to Keon Richardson in the flats. He gets forward to the 40 and gets knocked out of bounds hard. There comes a penalty flag.
I thought that was after the.
They're going to tack on 15 more after a pickup of about 10.
You know, you see that play, and you watch that play, and
you see that play, and you ask, "This is why I don't play football."
A lot of people see that little pass as such a simple little play, but not an easy throw. And Mitchell did a great job putting that ball in front of Keon so Keon doesn't have to turn his body, catches it on a dead run. Even without the flag, it was an 8-yard gain. We're going to end up getting 15 more out of it. But those are the kind of stuff that, like, the more in this offense, you've seen Mitchell get a lot better and just really excellent ball placement right there.
You said, Keon there, able to catch it in stride. A lot easier to pick up more yards when he's got his momentum pulling him forward.
Yeah, and had 2 receivers doing some good blocking out there. Those plays don't work if those guys don't block. And he had a lot of green grass in front of him, and now we got it rolling inside the 30, 1st and 10.
John Paul Head comes into the game for Vestavia. Got to expect run here. We see him do it just about every single time. We're going to pull Cole Turner to the backfield. We saw this last week we saw Cole Turner throw a pass out of this, and Cole Turner
Yeah.
give it out on a reverse.
Yeah,
But Vestavia's going to have to take a timeout to talk about it. That
He
play clock was winding down.
last week we handed Cole the ball on this. I like this.
Jet sweep around the right side, I would think.
I like this because even if you fake it to Cole, he makes those linebackers think because they know with his speed, hey, we can't let him get outside.
Yeah, we've already seen him attempt to pass tonight, so there is that threat. You got to think that as a defender. You got to take that into account when you're deciding what you're going to do.
You know, they're trying to probably get Cole Turner the hat trick. He's already got a receiving, passing. He's already got a receiving touchdown as well.
Yeah.
You know, interesting. Last week we saw one play there. We ran a double reverse, John Paul handed it to Cole. He handed it back to Keon. Keon rolled to the right and threw it. You know, it was one where you didn't know if he was supposed to throw it there.
Right.
Ran out of room, didn't have much room in front of him.
Right.
Maybe we'll see something interesting like that, see some trickery out of the Rebels coming out of this timeout.
That's right. Update from the Carrier Dome, college football on Friday night, 14-7 Clemson, just the start of the fourth quarter. So we got Cole Turner here, and we got another Turner playing up there in New York tonight.
You know, the double reverse throw, that's the Philly special.
Yeah, the little Philly special.
We are going to get John Paul head again. Cole Turner to his right, Max Stewart and Cooper Mollison to the top of your screen. Rob Warnock in that kind of tight end fullback role.
Cole's got the whole side over there.
And John Paul Head's going to take it himself. He plows forward.
Yikes.
It's about the 20.
He got hit right in the gut, thrown over.
Yeah,
Pickup of about 6 there on the quarterback keeper.
If you saw that defensive end come up and take Cole, that's what he does to you. That defensive end can't crash down because he has to respect Cole. That gets another defender out of the box and opened up a little room for JP.
And, you know, John Paul there on that kind of zone read option, he's reading what that defender's doing. He sees him bite on Cole. He's going to keep it himself and picks up the 6 yards. Towns back into the game. He's in the shotgun, and he's dropping back looking to throw. He's going to have to roll to his left, getting pressure. He's going to throw on the run. Got a man in the end zone.
Oh, my God.
Dropped it.
Whoa.
No. Max Stewart had it, then dropped it, pleading his case with the ref. They're going to call it incomplete, though.
That was an amazing throw.
On
the run, across his body.
Absolutely.
In the middle of a potential double coverage.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah, really great vision to keeping your eyes downfield by Mitchell. Great throw, tough catch, couldn't quite come up with it, falling to the ground. And, usually referee want to see you there. They want to see you hit the ground and maintain control of the ball. But,
I mean, it was an incomplete. He was incomplete.
Yeah.
Incompletion, as much as I don't want to believe it.
Yeah.
Heavy set here, 2 tight ends. Townsend shotgun. He's got Smith to his left. And flag comes in before the snap.
Does it?
Or was
They
it
call
a
a timeout?
timeout? I thought I saw a flag fly in. I believe Spain Park took the timeout instead. And that is what it's going to be, a timeout taken with 9:54
them use up their
remaining.
Timeouts early.
You know, 24-point ball game right now. Vestavia on top, 30-6. Still a lot of football left to be played, but you have to think a score here, and you start to hammer the nail in the coffin for Vestavia.
Yeah.
And that would be something that the Rebels are not quite as used to this season as they've been.
No, we've had one game been able to do that up at Tuscaloosa County. The game that lasted forever.
That weather delay that just never seemed to end.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. Last week, Vestavia got up on Hewitt Trustful. Looked like maybe they were going to run away with it, and then Hewitt came back late in that game. It'll be interesting to see if Coach Calhoun's got that in the back of his mind here and keeps being aggressive, not wanting to lose this lead that he's got.
Oh, I don't have a doubt in my mind that he is not going to stop hammering at any minute, because there is no way that he's not thinking exactly what happened last week. He can't let that happen again.
Yeah, it looks like we're bringing JP and Cole back into the backfield.
It's going to be that same formation we saw earlier.
That's
Rob
right.
Warnock back in there.
Is it going to be the same play?
Cole's
though?
got the
Back.
wide side of the field if we hand it to him, so he's got a lot of room to run over there.
And he's going to keep it himself, John Paul Head is, and he breaks a tackle into
He's
the
got
end zone.
it.
He goes, and touchdown Vestavia. They call it. John Paul Head,
Yes, he
the
did.
quarterback keeper on the read option there, read it perfectly, and he's forward for a 21-yard touchdown.
Muscled right through that. He broke at least 3 tackles.
Yeah. Is that his first touchdown of his career?
don't
Friday
believe.
night?
I don't believe so. I believe he had one earlier
He
in
had
the
an
season.
early one? Okay. Yeah, but good for him. Probably longest run he's had.
21 yards and a touchdown. I mean, that's an impressive one if it is his first.
Yeah.
Jack Brewer on to attempt the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is
There we
up,
go.
and the kick is good. Vestavia leads it 37-6, 9 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner Pediatric Dentistry.
We welcome you back after that Vestavia touchdown score right now, 37-6, 9 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
And, when you see JP in there, you're seeing maybe a little bit of a glimpse of next year's offense. Might be a little more quarterback power run. Great kick there.
And Audie Stein boots it into the end zone. A great kick. Touchback it'll be, and Spain Park going to get it at the 20-yard line. Just keep everybody updated on sports going on across the country. Red Sox and Astros playing tonight, a little postseason baseball. Red Sox are up 3-1, top of the fourth.
And if you're a Braves fan, you want the Red Sox to win because you want to get home field advantage if you make it to the World Series. I say go
true.
Sox.
That's game one of that series, so we'll see what will happen there. Wildcat again we got in our game, and Ferris going to take it left side. He gets up forward to the 26-yard line before being taken down.
I'll tell you what, he's a really electric player with the ball in his hands. I mean, he has got a lot of wiggle. Our team has done a good job keeping him confined, keeping him out of space, keeping blue jerseys around him.
He runs very similar to Saquon Barkley as the fact that he can just get around people, hop over, go through.
Yeah.
That he just can
get
in the middle.
Something to take note of. We've seen him in the Wildcat. We're going to see him here again, and he's going to run it right side, this time for no gain, maybe even lose a yard. But after that last play, he runs all the way over to the sideline and gets the play call in. I wonder if, quarterback already thrown 2 interceptions, and maybe they're thinking, let's ride this Wildcat as much as we can.
Right, it's possible.
I would say he runs like Saquon Barkley, except for the getting injured part.
And quarterback now trotting onto the field, so guess I got it a little wrong.
They're in a 3rd and 4. They got to try to get the first down here. So,
I mean, at this point in the game, you're starting to worry about time, how much time you have left to try and come back.
Mitchell Nutter, he's going to hand it off to Ferris, though, and Ferris cuts back across the middle. Ferris across the 30 to the 34-yard line. That's enough for a first down.
He made something out of nothing in that play because he was
did.
tied up in the backfield.
You got to wrap him up. He's going to bounce off arm tackles or just shoulder tackles. He is a really hard runner.
On that play, we talked about him being able to cut back and forth and juke guys, but showing off the vision there, he went left side, saw nothing was there, cut it back to the right, cut it back to the middle of the field, and was able to pick up the first down.
Yeah.
Nutter again going to be in shotgun. He's got Ferris to his right, 2 tight ends on the line of scrimmage, receiver to either side. He's going to pull the receiver near side in motion. He's going to hand it to him, and
they weren't set.
Flag on the play. Quick false start call, and that'll back him up. It'll be 1st and 15 now.
And the penalty game has been a very important part so far.
Yeah, that's 10 penalties for Spain Park.
A lot of times in evenly matched games, penalties will show you who's going to win the football game. Of course, this one, 31 points, maybe not the most evenly matched skill sets of teams, but still something to take note of. Quarterback going to hand it off to Ferris again, this time up the middle. He plows forward for 5 yards to the 35. He'll make up what that false start cost him, but it's going to be 2nd and 10.
He has been doing an absolutely incredible job. Ferris has been getting most of the plays overall, and he is still going strong like he's been doing nothing.
Yeah, not seeming to wear down. Ferris is showing off great endurance. He's gotten
Right.
a load of carries, 13 now for 70 yards. And this time Nutter's going to keep it himself. He runs right side
He's got some
across
legs.
the 35, cuts back at the 40. He'll be tripped up, though, and dives forward to about the 43-yard line. Bring up 3rd and short here.
That was, I believe, the first time we really got to see Nutter's legs, but he was moving pretty quick.
Yeah.
That's a threat.
Yeah. Ferris has got 5 yards a carry plus. So we're doing a pretty good job of keeping him contained. Probably got to ask yourself, if you're Spain Park, if he's getting 5 yards a carry, why have you only handed it to him 13 times?
Yeah. 3rd and 2 now. See the tight end run onto the field late. Nutter's going to be under center.
This play they run for their touchdown. They ran this for their touchdown.
And Smallwood will get the carry. He got hit at the line, but plows forward. And looks like they're going to mark him ahead.
Yeah, he got
the 46 for a first down. They'll go ahead and move the chains down. So first down, Spain Park. Smallwood, I guess, seems to be kind of their short yardage back.
Yeah.
Like you said, he was in there for the touchdown.
Same formation, same play.
And able to get the first down here.
And what Vestavia has been really focusing on here is not so much trying to end the drive. Is you can't let up big plays. You can't let them run all the way down the field, because then that gives them momentum in the game. The clock doesn't run out very far, and you're starting to reel it back. So that's what their main idea is.
And it's going to be a pitch off there.
Really good defense.
Going to be marked or tackled right at the line of scrimmage. I believe that was Jeremiah Myers.
I can tell you that the Vestavia
Jackson Ayers was up there as well, and everybody did a good job playing their position. Ayers came up. He had outside contained. When you're that cornerback, you cannot let that play get outside of you, because you don't have any friends in blue jerseys over on the sideline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this defense playing well tonight. Seems to be watching the film. They seem to know what's coming as this handoff to Ferris, and he fights forward for about 2 to the 48-yard line. He was tackled there by number 55, Max Nuroff for the Rebels.
Yeah, and that's got them in the spot they don't want to be in, which is 3rd and long. They're 3rd and 8 here, and that's not really what Spain Park wants to do. So let's see what the Rebels can do to make a play here.
So far, Spain Park's 4 for 8 on 3rd down conversions, most of which have been 3rd and long.
We've only seen 6 passing attempts out of Nutter tonight. We'll see if they go to the air here or keep it on the ground. 3rd and 8, 3rd and long. And it will be a keeper by Nutter. He dives forward across the 50 to the other 48. So still going to be about 4 yards short of the line to gain.
They're going to punt.
Can you punt?
Looks like it.
I mean, with the score differential, can you punt?
Now they're going to keep the offense on the field.
They're going to go for it.
You don't have time to be.
They bring in Smallwood again, that same formation.
Watch them trying to draw us all sides here. We need to be smart.
Snap it immediately, give it to Smallwood,
Wow,
and he gets nothing. Lost a yard there.
Great defense.
Turnover on downs. Vestavia's going to get it. Great field. Well, he picked up the football. Thought maybe he had a fumble. No, he didn't. But turnover on downs. Vestavia's going to have great field position. Their own 49-yard line.
Yeah, probably just they ran that same short yardage play that they've done on the touchdown and the first down just a minute ago. But that was 4th and 4, probably a little too long.
I wouldn't have gone for that, especially since the formation. It's so obvious that you know exactly what's coming at that point. And defense, you'll eat it.
Probably
right
need a little bit more creative play there, but we'll take it. And Rebels will have a chance right around the 50-yard line again. Another short field.
We're starting to wind down to the putting it in the nail in the coffin, as some say.
Trips to the bottom of your screen, tied in on the left side of the line. Mitchell Townsend shotgun. He's got Smitha to his right. He's going to take the ball and hand it off to Smitha. Smitha across the 40 or across 50 to the 45, taken down to the 44.
And credit to Tucker Smitha, because he is getting hit constantly within 1 or 2 yards of the line of scrimmage, and he gets out of them almost every time, making up 4 or 5 yard plays.
He's a really solid running back, runs super hard. I've been super impressed with him this season, and tonight's just another example. Kid, you know exactly what you're going to get from Tucker.
A little bit of a mini Derrick Henry.
Easy.
Averaging about 7.4 yards per carry. So a good night for Tucker. A screen pass there off the mark for Towns. He was trying to get Cole Turner and just not a great throw there. Missed it off the mark.
Yeah, I don't know if they got tipped or somebody hit his arm or might have slipped out of his hand. Something didn't look right about the play.
I didn't look at the play.
Be incomplete. So 3rd and about 3 here for the Rebels. I'd expect a handoff to Tucker Smith. Like I mentioned earlier, he's averaging 7.4 yards per carry.
Can't go wrong.
Why not let him go up the middle, fight for that first down?
Well, if you got 3 yards, 7.4 ought to get it, right?
You'd think so. We'll have to see. And it will be a handoff to Smithy. He goes right side. A flag comes out as he loses the football and recovered by Vestavia.
Okay.
I think we recovered it.
The flag was before the fumble.
Yeah, Max Stewart comes diving in on top of the football to recover it. We'll have to see what this penalty is. As it stands right now, Vestavia well short of the line to gain.
It's a hold.
And man in white hat says holding. That'll back him up. Replay 3rd down, though.
Well, I'll knock on wood. We did not see Tucker. We haven't seen him do that much this year. I'm interested that their coach has taken this because I believe we lost a few yards.
Well, he's still conversing with the ref, so I don't know if he's trying to say we want to decline it.
I mean, we lost a couple yards on the play, so it's going to be like 4th and 5.
And they're putting the ball back to where he was
say,
tackled, so he did decline it.
I would decline it.
Yeah,
that's what I would do, yeah.
Why would you give us another chance?
That's not a decision I would have made if I was the coach, but yeah, I would have declined it like he did now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at this point, Vestavia is up by as much. If it's 4th down and any more than a few inches, you're going to punt.
And so Mitchell Towns going to drop back a couple more steps than where he typically takes a shotgun pass. He's the starting quarterback and the starting punter. He'll have his feet at about the 40.
That's always nice in case you have a fake planned or something goes wrong. You got somebody.
That is an interesting concept.
It is, but I got to imagine that's very frustrating for Mitchell. You don't get a first down. You have to drop back and punt it away. Just want to go into the end zone. It's going to be a touchback, and Spain Park will take over at the 20-yard line.
You know, I'd imagine that he'd run more fake punts with your quarterback as your punter.
I'm sure they have some planned in there. The biggest, just positive if something goes wrong, if there's a bad snap.
You can always make something out of it.
Yeah, you got a guy who knows what to do with the football. You call those fire. You try to throw a pass, try to make a run.
And a lot of times what other teams will do is they'll have, or at least on a kick, they'll have their starting quarterback to be the holder. That way, in case a snap goes wrong, then you have the same thing.
Yep.
Spain Park taking over here. Nutter going to run that triple option, and ball comes loose.
We got the ball.
He's got the football. Davis Stewart got the football.
Look at that.
Are they going to say he was down first?
Let's see what the ref says.
Going to have to see what direction he points.
I think
no one has said anything.
I think the ref called down.
Vestavia celebrating like they got it, and I think they do.
I think it was a fumble.
Both teams running off the field. It will be a fumble recovered there by number 30, Davis Stewart. Ball's going to be placed at the 16-yard line, and that's where Vestavia's going to get right back into things on offense.
So Mitchell basically just punted it back to where he needs to start
there you
again.
Go. Hey, that's why a punt's not always a bad play when your defense is playing well.
And that's twice now this game we've seen a punt by Vestavia and the first offensive play by Spain Park's a turnover.
Right.
Interesting.
And they flip the field for their sake.
What is the total turnovers? Is it 3?
I believe
the 2 interceptions and the
two
fumble?
interceptions and a fumble. I believe it's 3.
Wow, and they are definitely winning the turnover game.
Now,
Vestavia has yet to turn the ball over.
Do you go for just the, a lot of times when you do this, you go for the jugular, and if you've got Cole over here in one-on-one coverage,
two tight end set. Mitchell Towns dropping back, looking to throw.
He's
going to step up and run. He's going to run right side forward to about the 12-yard line, so he'll pick up a couple. There's a flag down.
Flag.
Right about where you got hit.
I didn't see anything.
It's interesting. I wonder if it's going to be holding on one of our receivers. I wonder if they held one of our receivers.
Coach Calhoun had some words with his quarterback.
Let's
I
see.
I don't know.
I think it's holding on
There's
us.
no way it was on Mitchell.
No,
No,
I
no.
think one of our players out there blocking for Mitchell once he took off,
Oh, okay.
grabbed
Yeah,
some jersey.
They'll back it up to the 24-yard line. Replay first down. First and about 15.
Yeah. I mean, this is how you win football games: is penalty. You don't have as many penalties, and you win the turnover differential. If anybody can tell you about that, it'd be the Kansas City Chiefs this season.
2 tight ends still in the game. Mitchell Townsend in the shotgun. Tucker Smith to his left. 2 receivers at the top of your screen. And Townsend's going to hand it off to Smith up the middle. And he'll try to push forward, but he'll only pick up about 2 or 3. Bring up second and long now.
I mean, and you don't risk anything at this point in the game. You just run it, because you can trust Tucker not to fumble the ball. He has how many attempts? A lot, and he has 1 fumble that went out of bounds. So he's
Town sets up again in the shotgun. Smith to his right. And he's going to look to throw this time. Steps up into a throw. He's looking
really
for
aired
Cole
it out.
Turner. Pops it up and incomplete. A little bit underthrown there.
A little bit.
Not the best ball, but great coverage there by number 8, Jamari Mosley of Spain Park. And
that was great coverage. The only way you beat that is a perfect throw, which we've seen Mitchell do today.
3rd and long now. Yeah, that's a ball you got to get a little bit more air under it and let Cole jump up and go win a jump ball. In that case, Mitchell a little bit underthrown, incomplete. And we'll see what we get out of Vestavia on this 3rd and long.
A little bit of no man's land now. Right now, if you kicked it from here, it would be a 39-yarder. That's probably farther than we want to kick. So do we try to get a few yards or do we try to get a first down here?
Be a handoff to Smith, and he'll get forward for maybe 1. And it'll bring up
interesting
4th
call
down.
here for Coach Calhoun. We're dead right in the middle of the field, but still going to be about a 38-yarder from there.
Do you trust your field goal kicker? We're seeing the offense on the field right now.
He's going to be able to wind it down. He's not going to be able to quite take it to the end of the quarter, I don't think.
It'll be close if he does. Seems like the play clock and real clock are in about unison.
I'm sure somebody down there probably knows.
I think the game clock was a half a second ahead of the play clock. So we are going to – he's essentially going to get a free timeout here to try to make this decision. So we'll go switch the quarter and go try it at the other end of the field.
Yeah, we'll see the 3 zeros pop up on the scoreboard. That'll be the end of 3. Vestavia leads it 37-6. 12 more minutes of football left in this one.
Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church, and Roner Pediatric Dentistry.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We got 12 minutes of football left in this one. And Vestavia's got the football, 4th and long here, 4th and about 15 or 16.
Looks like the offense is headed back on the field.
So we'll see.
What?
Interesting.
4th and 15.
Interesting here, you know.
Sometimes it's not down in distance. It's where you've got it on the field. If you don't feel comfortable with a 38, 39-yard field goal, then you might as well go for it. You'll see college and pro teams do the same thing back at the 35-yard line.
Towns in the shotgun. He sent Smith out wide. He's getting pressure and has to
good.
step up and run. And he gets brought down for a loss. Number 99, Jamal Scott there for Spain Park making the play. That'll be a turnover on downs, and not at all what Coach Calhoun had to been looking for there.
Yeah, they brought the house, and that's smart when you've got long distance. Try to get some pressure. Try to make them throw it quick. So even if they completed as short of the first down marker, we did that early in the game. They did that to us here. So time for the defense to come up with another stop.
You know, something to take note of, I noticed here in the changing of the quarters, if you look at the number of players compared Spain Park versus Vestavia, I mean, Vestavia looks to be well over double the amount of players.
Yeah, we've got an army.
And Nutter here going to keep it himself. He gets wrapped up right at the line. It was Blake Jeffers leading the way for Vestavia there. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, one thing you hate to see there is just, you know, you got a turnover deep in their territory. We didn't capitalize on it. That's stuff coaches look at in film and say, hey, in a closer game, that's a play that we want to make. We want to try to capitalize that into points. So something even coaches can have these kids learn from, even in a big win tonight.
Look at the press defense.
And Nutter there, a little bit of miscommunication, had to keep it himself. And again, Blake Jeffers coming in to make the play, that time assisted by Houston Owen. Loss of about half a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, got some of our twos in there now on defense, and 1st and 2nd down, playing pretty well.
Running a majority centered press coverage that I'm personally really interested in how they are coming up with that.
Spain Park now 3rd and very long. We're going to see Nutter drop back into the shotgun. Maybe looking to throw here. He's got Ferris to his right. And he takes the snap, and he's going to hand it off to Ferris right side. He gets forward to the 30, breaks a tackle to the 35, and he's going to get the 1st down.
He has quick
Zamir
feet.
Ferris showing off why he's the starter for Spain Park and why he's a very talented back, able to pick up about 11 there and enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, he's an impressive kid.
He had some foot movements. He absolutely whiffed one of the Vestavia defenders.
So we'll see Spain Park stay in the shotgun for this play. 3 receivers, 2 to the top of your screen, 1 to the bottom, 1 tight end, and Zamir Ferris going to get the handoff again. He's going to run left side, but he gets grabbed, and he's not going to get anything. He was grabbed there by number 20, Dylan Jacques, and be a loss of a yard.
And a late flag.
Very late flag comes in. I wonder if a Spain Park player possibly said something to a ref with where it was.
Well, it looks like it's on us.
Vestavia unsportsmanlike conduct. You know, I thought from where the head referee was back behind the Spain Park players, from where he threw it, I thought maybe Spain Park, but they'll get Vestavia there, and it was Blake Jeffers, I believe, because he's getting an earful from his coach, Coach Welburn.
It's another one of those conversations happening on the sideline. You have to sometimes come off and get a conversation. You know, and as I said before, that's a lesson in a game where you're winning 37-6 with 9.5 minutes to play. You don't like to see that, but, man, if it was a close game, that could really cost you, and you got to learn to keep your cool a little bit better. And so better to learn that when you're up 30 than when it's a 2-point, 3-point game.
And Nutter there rolled to his right, had nowhere to go, was met by a host of Rebels. Caleb Harwell, Will Cox were both in there for Vestavia. He'll lose 2 or 3 on that carry. And you're saying it earlier. I mean, 37-6, a game you're up 31, not home yet, but 9 minutes and the clock's ticking. You'd rather Blake Jeffers learn that lesson now than in a close game.
That's right. That's right. And especially sometimes you have young players that are out there and, you know, or maybe just guys that are get in the heat of the moment. You got to learn to control your emotions. Nice defense.
We'll see Mitchell Nutter throw the ball for the 7th time tonight. Incomplete. on the curl route there. It was great defense. Hit as soon as the receiver touched the football. And 3rd and 13 now upcoming. See Nutter stay in the shotgun. 3 receiver set, tied in on the left side, and Ferris to the right of Nutter. And a play action pass. He looks right side. He's got a man.
Oh,
he caught it, bobbled it for a second, but able to come down with it. It's enough for a first down.
He's not happy with it.
38-yard line.
No, the pass was a little bit short. If it would have been a little higher, he was clear all the way through.
Flag down on the play.
Ineligible downfield.
And that'll get called back.
Oh, that's the same thing we saw earlier.
Yeah, but that was probably what you'll hear these days in modern football, an RPO play. I mean, he faked that. So a run-pass option. Offensive linemen are allowed to go downfield about 3 yards, but sometimes they just get ahead of themselves and they get down there 5 yards or more, and that was probably what happened. It could have been a player was covered up, one of the receivers, but I feel like where it was thrown in the middle of the line, it was probably one of those linemen got downfield. And you just can't do that. And one of the reasons, if linemen could go downfield on every play, then the defense couldn't tell if it was offense or defense, if it was a pass or run.
Nutter going to throw again. He's got a man right side. He fights forward to the 47-yard line, hit hard there by Cooper Mollison, playing some D-back too.
The Vestavia defense has been aggressive, efficient, and been doing exactly what they need to be doing.
Yeah, that might have been Gaines Johnson instead of Cooper Mollison. He might have been coming from the linebacker position.
And Spain Park going to punt again. And I believe that's Grant Downey deep for Vestavia.
Good call, good play here by Coach. No sense in getting Cole hurt when you're up 30 here late in the 4th quarter. You got 2 more games to play.
And that'll bounce at the 20, and then Grant's going to have to catch it. It took a Spain Park
Great
bounce.
job.
Great play there, heads up play.
Yeah.
Lands in front of him. He's saying, I'm going to let it bounce. Bounces right to him. You got to pick it up and take what you can get. He got forward to about the 14.
That's right. He fell down. He had about 5 white jerseys in front of him, so he said, let me get down here and not get hit. But if he doesn't catch that ball, that thing rolls inside the 5, so he probably saved at least 10 yards.
That was a good play.
Heads up
and being
play.
Aware of all that.
Yeah, especially for a guy that's not normally catching punts for Vestavia. Normally that's handled by Cole Turner, but Grant Downey proving himself as a junior,
That's right. They're all getting reps in practice, though. That's why you practice, and they're all getting reps pregame. You see out here, if you come out here early, you'll see the specialists out here catching kicks, catching punts. That's why you get that work in.
And John Paul Head in for Vestavia. He's going to hand it off right side to Pierce Hanna, who plow forward to the 20-yard line, pickup of about 5. And I wonder if that's going to be it for senior quarterback Mitchell Towns on senior night.
I imagine so. We got another flag here. Things are getting kind of sloppy here late. A little sloppy, a little messy. ESPN's got a barn burner, a little update from the Carrier Dome. Clemson leads Syracuse 17-14, under 6 to go in the 4th. Clemson with the ball. I'm sure Mims will get us an update over there from Houston soon.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait to see what these officials are saying. And it is still 3-1. Red Sox on top of Astros. Bottom of the 5th now.
Got another unsportsmanlike conduct on Vestavia. Don't know who this was on.
I don't know the number of unsportsmanlike conducts we have, but it seems to be a lot.
Few.
That's right.
Way too many.
Yeah, it's way too many. And usually, so what's the difference between a personal foul and unsportsmanlike conduct? Personal foul is usually like a late hit, something like that. Unsportsmanlike conduct is, you say something you shouldn't, you get a little mouthy, you do some taunting. And most of these have kind of been non-contact, and those are what they call unsportsmanlike. And need to keep our composure here late in the game and try to finish this thing clean.
And John Paul Head going to hand it off to Pierce Hanna again. He gets forward for about 2 and then gets taken down at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, and the referees keep track of those unsportsmanlike conducts as well. If you get 2 in a game, you're disqualified. You're kicked out of a game. So they write those down, what number they're on.
We got John Paul Head in the game now, expecting that'll be it for Mitchell Towns. He did have a pretty good game, 4 of 10 for 138 yards and a touchdown. He also had 2 touchdowns rushing the football. He had 10 rushes, 120 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So a great game on the ground for Mitchell Towns, but he got what he needed to get out of through the air.
Referees are discussing something. We don't know what they're discussing.
This is about the time I wish referees had microphones in high school football. We could get a little bit more clarity on some of these penalties, on what's going on.
They should give them microphones. Vestavia, interesting fact is that Vestavia has 11 first downs and Spade Park has 9.
Yeah.
With the difference being over 300 total offensive yards.
Wow. So I think there was a question about what down it was, because the down marker had 4th, but it is actually 3rd down. So
3rd and about 11.
Yeah, I cannot imagine we're going to put the ball in the air here.
John Paul Head's going to run it left side behind Pierce Hanna. He'll get forward.
That's going to be another flag, isn't it?
Couple. And
yep.
Yeah, Pierce Hanna and a defensive back are still blocking, kind of hand fighting down the field.
Yeah.
That's going to be on Vestavia.
I don't know who that's going to be on, and frankly, that looks like could have been a no call to me. You just had a couple guys going at it, and when the whistle blew, they stopped. They're just playing a football game. Sometimes we just need to let them play a football game on a Friday night.
Especially, we're getting down here under 5 minutes.
I don't know why they're so upset. They're winning by 30 points.
And was that another unsportsmanlike conduct?
Yeah, it was another one on us. And sometimes it's just the context of the game. Maybe in another game where there hadn't been a lot of chippiness, hadn't been a lot of talking, that might have been a play they let go. But I'm sure the referees have told everybody on the field, hey, guys, we're trying to keep it clean right here.
4 minutes and 31 seconds remaining. Bring up 4th down.
That is a dead ball penalty, so it's going to be 4th down, punting out of our end zone, and Mitchell will get to come back on the field and punt.
Hey, look at that.
4th and 15 for the Rebels, and Mitchell will be in his own end zone towards the back of it. We'll see what kind of leg strength he can show off here.
Spain Park has been punting out of their end zone quite often, and it's gone well for them. Let's see if Mitchell can do the same.
That was the story for so much of the first half, was just field position.
Spain Park's got D. Davis deep to return.
That was almost blocked.
Mitchell Towns, not a bad punt there. Going to be fair caught
really
at the 43-yard line.
It was about a 45-yard punt, and it was decent hang time as well, so that was pretty good.
We'll see if Spain Park can get something with 4 minutes remaining. They got 42 yards to go.
Yeah, so Vestavia here got a lot of our 2s in, getting some young guys some work, getting some backup some work. One thing about winning games like this with this kind of margin late is it gives you opportunities to get young players, and you get better by playing. So this is a great opportunity.
It gives you opportunities to make mistakes where they're not extremely costly. That way you'll get the personal experience of knowing that you something you have to fix, and you don't have to deal with potentially losing a game over it.
That's right.
Handoff up the middle there. Jeremiah Myers, he's going to pick up about 5 yards.
Of course, the starters are always on the sideline going, hey, guys, we've held them to 6. Keep holding them. We want to hold them to 6.
Yeah, they don't want to see any more numbers go up there.
That's right.
That's right.
But that's a good thing when you got the starters cheering on the backups. It's a good sign in your program.
And Myers going to get it again up the middle, this time for about 1. Bring up 3rd and 4 or 5. And that clock keeps ticking down. We're nearing 3 minutes now.
I'd say Vestavia played a very, very clean and effective football game.
I would say so. Got the job done. Nutter's going to be in shotgun again. He's going to play action pass, look to throw. A little high there for the receiver, incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down.
You know, and we said this before, but the Spain Park's actually running a sophomore starting quarterback, which is interesting. It's very rare to see that, and it seems like they're trying to. Most of Spain Park's team's actually extremely young. There's not a whole ton of seniors starting for them, so it seems like they're going to have a up and coming, really good team in a couple of years.
Nutters again in the shotgun, 2 receivers wide, 2 tight ends, and he's going to hand the ball off, and he gets hit immediately there. That was number 34, Will Fitzpatrick. Big tackle for Vestavia. Turnover on downs, and Vestavia will take over. 2.5 minutes remaining.
I mean, I can't imagine you do anything except for run it up the middle right now.
No, and the clock's still ticking, so I'm guessing up by over 30 the fourth quarter. Clock keeps ticking. Is it down to 2 minutes and 10 seconds now as the Rebel offense trots onto the field. John Paul Head's going to be back there with Jay Faulkner. And it will be a handoff to Jay Faulkner. He'll go up the middle and gets hit immediately. No gain there.
Yeah, you know, when you're in this situation as a coach, you're trying to be respectful of the other team. We don't need any more points. And you also just try to not get anybody hurt. You know, you want to get some young guys an opportunity to carry the ball maybe and run a few plays, but
yeah, you don't need to be running up the score at this point. It's not Dallas, Philly, and it's not Alabama and Auburn. So.
It always comes back to haunt you.
It does.
Vestavia's going to wait for that play clock to get near 0 before snapping it. Try to tick down as much clock as possible. And John Paul Head will take the snap, hand it off again. Jay Faulkner gets forward this time. Excuse me, no, John Paul Head kept it.
I thought it was Jay, too.
He had me faked out up here. He gets forward for about 3 yards. And Vestavia's going to have to snap it one more time, I believe.
Yep. That'll just go to show you one of many reasons I don't need to be playing football.
So, I mean, you look at the story of the game, 444 total yards for the Rebels, 175 for Spain Park. Outstanding night by the offense and the defense. You know, when you can have that kind of discrepancy.
34 rushing attempts, 267 total rushing yards.
It's hard to lose a ball game when you can run the ball like that, and we showed it tonight.
And despite there's not a whole ton of passing yards numbers, but the passes that did go were big plays.
They were meaningful, that's right. The bomb to Cole, the bomb that Cole threw, some big moments there.
And that clock ticking down, 5 seconds. No more play is going to be run. And Vestavia gets their first home win of the season. We see the students rushing onto the field. Great to see for these seniors especially.
First home win of the Sean Calhoun era as well.
That is true.
So, big night for Coach Calhoun and our program.
You know, good to see these seniors being able to rush the field for what maybe the last time. Hopefully not. They got Gadsden City at home next week. Vestavia improves to 2-6. Spain Park falls to 1-7. Like I said, Vestavia will be back home next week against Gadsden City. It'll be the homecoming game, and we'll be back here to bring it to you. For all of us here at Rebel Nation Sports, I'm Mims Jones saying thank you, good night, and go Rebels.
Vestavia football is presented by Black Family Restaurants and brought to you in part by Baumhauer's, Taco Mama, Mountaintop Community Church, Piggly Wiggly, Bryant Bank, Petro Facial Plastic Surgery and Med Spa, D1 Birmingham, Progress Bank, Manda Lucasen, Remax Southern Homes, Yanoski Orthodontist, Dry Eye Center of Alabama, Jimmy John's, South Point Bank, Liberty Park, Shades Mountain Baptist Church,